Hey, everybody, welcome in. Thank you for being here. I need to go click on a button and I'll be right back. There we go. I stream on other platforms as well, so I needed to go click live on there. Welcome in, welcome in. Hope everybody's doing well. Let's wait for a couple of friends to get here. Hope you can hear me okay. It's my phone. So yeah. Anyhow, I am hanging out today. I did a couple of things today. Ran to the Dollar Tree. And picked up a few things for Saturday. And if you're coming in, can you share this out for me, please? I'm going to do the same thing off my phone. So sorry if I'm not seeing you or if I am not paying attention there. So thank you for giving the thumbs up and for sharing out. I appreciate it. So yeah, how was everybody's weekend? And how was everybody's Easter? Hey, Cool Gamer 2, good to see you. How have you been? So yeah, I am just here hanging out, waiting for some other friends to come in so we can get talking. Today is Earth Day. Happy Earth Day, all. I'd like to know how your Easter was. If you can let me know in the comments below, that'd be great. Would you do anything special? Do you celebrate Easter? That type of thing. Let me know in the comments, please. I'm just sharing out my video right now so I can get some more friends in here. Normally I go on at 2:30, but I figured today I needed to go on just a little bit earlier to, today to, to get my live in, and then so I can still do some other things and not feel rushed. I just got done mixing up a batch of chocolate chip cookie dough, and so I will be making chocolate chip cookies later. I had to go back and buy my pH stabilizer for my blueberry bushes that I want to get planted. I tested the soil yesterday, and I need to bring down the pH. So that's what I'm doing. I want to go and get that in the soil because I want to get these 2 blueberry bushes that I have planted. I have elderberry cuttings. They're bigger than a cutting. I need to get those planted and out in my garden. And so I thought I would sit here. I thought I would just sit here and talk with you. I have my plastic things that I put seeds in, and I'm going to sit here and go through my seeds. Tomorrow is my first meeting of my of the Women in Home Study chapter here where I live in Northern Virginia, and we're doing a seed swap tomorrow. We'll see how many people will come. It'll be the first one. And I kind of made the cookies too to take tomorrow and have a few cookies for people who show up. Just a little welcome in. So yeah. So other than that, we had a really nice weekend. We started out on Friday with our church. We did a Good Friday service, went for supper, and then Saturday we did some things around here. And then Sunday we had church, and I then packed up a picnic lunch and we went to one of our favorite battlefields out here and had a picnic and walked the battlefield. It was a glorious day yesterday. It was just so beautiful. So yeah. So I'm having a little snap. So I'm also streaming over on Instagram and over on Facebook as well. We're going to be talking about Earth Day. And if you didn't know, I do have a website. It's called lifeinthepiedmont.com. I actually just wrote up a gardening blog that will be going out soon. So make sure if you're subscribed, you'll get that email, maybe some helpful hints and tips on gardening on a budget. So tomorrow, what I plan on doing is getting some seeds together in packets to do our seed swap tomorrow. And I'm going to label everything. And I want to be able to give the people who don't garden or who are just starting out some good seeds. Oh, you're fine. Thank you, Jennifer. Take your time, really. There's nobody in here right now except for a Cool Gamer, I think, or he may have left. I don't know. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take, I don't know, 2, 4, 6, maybe 7 to 8 seeds, 10 seeds maybe out of this pack. And we are just going to put them in here because radishes is an early spring vegetable that you can use. And it's an easy one to plant and to grow. So mine are growing really nice. I want to be able to go, I want to actually go plant some more before it gets too hot. So I'll give this a few more seeds. There we go. That's enough. I want to encourage and inspire people. Oh, yay. Jennifer, take your time, honestly. So I'm going to just label the package here, radish seeds. Is that what they are? Yeah, they're just radish. They're called Cherry Belle is what they're referred to as. They're an heirloom seed. So I would be able to let some of the radishes go to seed out in my garden and harvest the seeds off of those. So instead of picking the radishes when it's ripe, let it die off, or not die off, but hey, little house at the farm, welcome in. Let it dry out there and get the pods, and then save the seeds from that. And I may do that because I am running low on these seeds. So I don't know how many of each I'll be giving out, but I am going to be taking a little bit of everything for people to grab, and maybe even some packets of seeds too, and some of the plastic things to divvy up tomorrow. So I never thought I didn't think my carrots were actually going to germinate, and I'm going to tell you, I was shocked when I went out and saw them. So I did soak all these seeds prior to planting, and at one point in time, I got tired of planting. I just literally tossed them out there, and they've all germinated. Sometimes that's just an easier way to go, don't you think? Just tossing. Little House on the Farm, how have you been? Good to see you. Hopefully I will have people show up tomorrow. I know maybe 2 people so far. Not many people RSVP. You know what I mean? So, but I think what I'm going to do is I got 1 carrot and 1 radish seeds all packed up for tomorrow. I'm going to take my grow bags. I have. This week I am, because it opens Saturday. Thanks for asking. Oh, good. I'm so glad. The first opening day is Saturday. So this week is my prepping, and I'm trying to get my sourdough started. I don't think it's going to be ready for this week. So maybe next week. And my other sourdough in the refrigerator that I've kept, I just don't think it's really going to do anything. I've been struggling with that. And so I'm trying to revive it back. So I discarded this morning and I started again. Now it looks like it's ready, but it's not bubbled all the way through. So I'm not sure. So what I'm trying to do is just like feed it as much as I can each day. So I love the Sugar Daddy snap peas, don't you? I find them really easy to grow. Hey, Tell Treasures, welcome in. Thanks for having me on. So I know. You know what? I was doing really well, and then I got away from it because my dough was too cold in the house, and I let it sit too long in the fridge, and I feel like it kind of damaged it. So that's the only problem I have. And then I want to be able to I want to be able to, master how much to make like multiple batches. You know what I mean? Are these snap peas? Those are sugar peas too. These are Oregon sugar peas. These are really good. I planted these last year for the fall, and they were so good. So, oh, that's awesome. That's good for you. I have done, if you have not done, I encourage you to do some English muffins. Really, really good. Really good. So, yeah. How much did I put in the other one? I think I'll do 3 in each of this brand. Yeah, that's just the one thing. Like I make a really good soft sandwich bread sourdough, and then I've done the English muffins, which are good. So I'm going to make hamburger buns this week. So we'll see how well those come out. They should be fine. I think I just spelled that wrong. I did. I spelled sugar wrong. So, yeah. So today is Earth Day, and I just thought we'd come up and have some fun with Earth Day. So now I'm going to do, these are called Dwarf Gray Sugar Heirlooms. This is an heirloom seed too. And I really need to plant all these varieties. I know I planted a good different varieties, and I forget which ones I did when I forgot to label. But I would like to, save some of these seeds, like plant some and then save them. So that will go in here. These are a Dwarf Gray Sugar. And I want to let people know, no seed ever goes bad. There we go. I think 3 packages of seeds are good, of sugar, or like pea seeds, you know. And I want to get some more seeds together so I can be ready tomorrow morning. Whoops, sorry about that. What else are you making, Little House in the Woods? And do you have a cookbook or a book that guides you for your sourdough items, or do you just get them off YouTube or something like that? So I think what I'm gonna do, I really want to plant these again. So we are gonna plant some black coral zucchini. Get a couple of those in there. So one thing about zucchini plants, right? They grow prolific. Like you can plant one zucchini plant for my family is plenty because we don't eat a lot of zucchini. So I remember the first time I planted, like I couldn't get over how many plants I had. And then, you know, some of them you can't see in there and they get lost. And the next thing you know, they're super big. So there's that zucchini. And then I want to do a straight neck yellow squash one for somebody. And this is an heirloom seed as well. Straight neck. And this is an heirloom. I didn't write heirloom on the other ones, but yeah, these have never been opened. They're from 2021. But as long as you soak your seeds or start them in the paper towel method, they will work. So I've done it and it works. So like all my pea plants and my radish, like I said before, and the carrots, I soaked all those seeds, and yeah, I think 4 of these are in here. And then people can now, I don't have those books. Did you get them on Amazon or like an Amish market or something? And then we got some Black Beauty. I've never grown this seed. I bought this seed a few years ago and never did anything with it. So I think I may try it this year. I don't know. Have you ever grown a Black Beauty squash? I'm going to write those names down in a minute. Do you find the book easy and self-explanatory, or do you get confused with it? Yeah, I'll have to go look. I wonder if it's on Amazon at all. I'm going to write the name of it down as soon as I get these seeds in the pack and get my paper. Okay. There we go here. Some more zucchini for somebody. I don't think I have tomatoes out, which I may have to go get tomatoes, to be honest. I I'm going to close those up because I don't think there's any other zucchini. I think what I'll do is one more. These are like a patty pan. The patty pan. I love this. I love the squash. I think it's so good. And how interesting is this, right? They're green. They're color coordinated. There's a green seed. And there's a red seed. And then just your typical white seed. Isn't that interesting? It's a tricolor patty pan. These are from Renee's Gardens. I don't know if these are an heirloom seed. It does not say it, but we'll put those in there. Oh, you know what, Jennifer? You didn't miss one thing. I am packing up seeds for my women's group tomorrow that we're meeting for the first time. And so we're going to do a seed exchange, and I want to be able to have some of the easier plants, right? For people to start gardening with that maybe they haven't gardened. But these are, look at the tricolor patty pan seeds that I just packaged. So what I've done so far, since you're asking, I did a Black Beauty zucchini. I did a straight neck yellow, a black coral zucchini, some radishes, some carrots, dwarf gray peas, Oregon sugar peas. I did 2 packages of those, and some sugar daddy peas. And then of course those, but I want to get some tomato seeds for them as well. So that's all I'm doing. And it's Earth Day today, so I thought maybe, I was hoping to get some more people in here. Yes. There is one certain dress, like I just wear around or outside. There's one certain dress that happens to me all the time. And it's just such a pain. So, already did the radishes and that. I got some eggplant, which you know what? We don't eat it and I don't grow it. So I don't mind splitting this up. Oh my gosh, if you're going to be like me at all, because I awed and oohed over, I couldn't get over how many seeds I got. I was blown away, Jennifer. So we're just going to put a few in here. It is funny just to see how small those seeds are. Do you like eggplant, Jennifer? I'm going to do 2 packages of those because I have enough. I have several to share. I'm so glad. I know I need to get yours out. I have a card and everything. I'm going to put mine in this time for you. Maybe I'll try to grow an eggplant this year. All right, so those are done. And I may have to get up and go look for the tomatoes. I thought I brought tomato seeds here, but maybe not. I found the tomato ones. I have them. lettuce, tomatoes. I'll need to find zucchini because cucumbers is another one. Mm-hmm. So that's how I can eat eggplant, to be honest with you. I like it deep fried and then you dip it in ranch. I do still make soap, yes. I have it all ready to go for Saturday. And we'll see how it does. We'll see how it does. You know, so. Let's see what we have here. See, like these that I get from the Dollar Tree, there's not enough in there. So I'm going to take both those packages and give them. But here's some cherry tomatoes. Have you been making soap, Little House at the Farm? Let me see if I can. Cherry tomatoes is one of those seeds that you don't need to plant maybe 2 with the most of these seeds, because cherry tomatoes just they just grow and they're really good, easy. They produce a lot for somebody who's just starting to make them feel good. Like, hey, they're getting all these tomatoes, and you can use cherry tomatoes. Oh yeah, I've been using it too, and I love it. You know what I mean? Like, I have so many cherry tomatoes. I don't mind sharing. We'll do a couple bags of cherry tomatoes. So, did you have a good Easter if you were not here? Sandalwood. Sandalwood would be a good scent. Mine are all scentless soaps. So, that's too many. So yeah, but sandalwood would be a really good one for a man. That's good. I got cherry tomatoes. We'll do some Romas. And let's see, cherry. Got those. We'll do some of those. We'll do a couple bags of tomatoes, just like regular slicing tomatoes or canning tomatoes. Yeah, yeah. You just I think it's just you want something more like manly smelling for men, right? So, yeah, you're welcome. So, let me see. See, these haven't even been opened by me yet, which I'm fine with. But we'll just put a couple in here. I want to go get some cucumber seeds to make sure I have cucumber seeds to take. But they're not coming out. Oh yeah, there they went. Because this will last somebody a while, the tomato. I know. I know, right? I'm told you, Jennifer, you're going to be blown away by it. Yep. She does really well about fulfilling each person's wish list. You know what I mean? I'm not sure. I don't know, Jennifer. I've not heard of that. Unless it's, it goes by another name. Yeah. Let me know. I'll give them some plum tomatoes. I saved this task of doing these seeds for my live because it helps make it go through, Oh, Jennifer, look at Little House on the Farm. She said it's a type of tomato. There you go. Thank you, Little House on the Farm. I think you're right. I wonder if this one, I just noticed something. So this is a Roma tomato, and this says Roma VF. Have you ever heard of that one before? VF? I have no idea what that is. I've already done the cherry. I did the Romas. I did that. I've done those. Yeah, I think we're good. I think I'll put one of those seeds over there too. Like a whole pack for somebody. Yep, we're good. I'm going to have to go find I need to find my cucumbers so I can get the cucumber seeds separated. And Jennifer, make sure you do a video opening those packages up for you and post it. Would you excuse me just 1 second? I'm going to grab those cucumber seeds. Thank you for waiting. Thank you. Thank you. So I've got some cucumber ones, some pickling ones. I know, they're interesting, huh? So I have some Boston pickling cucumbers. And just, this was called Market More 76 cucumber. And then I have Straight 8 cucumber. So I'm trying to give like the seeds that I have most of, I'm trying to give. So yeah, and just if there's anything unique. But like this, I don't like, that's from Dollar Tree. Put it in there. And then these are a hybrid one. And these are Green Dragon. I don't think you can save the seeds because it is a hybrid one. I could be wrong. So we're going to get some of these cucumbers in here and get those for tomorrow. Yeah. That's exciting. Jennifer, are you seeing any seeds here that you would like, since I owe you seeds that I've been naming off? Let me know. So I'm doing the pickling ones right now. So all my seeds that I have that I give away are heirloom. Thank you. Thanks for visiting with us. Have a great, blessed day. See you later. Yep. Yeah. Hey, Susan, how's it going? Welcome in. Oh. So let me know if you see any of these. If you want any, let me know, since I owe you some. Susan, if you want any seeds, let me know too. So I am basically, tomorrow's our first meetup for the Women's in Homesteading here, and we're doing a seed exchange and seed swap. So I am going through my seeds and I'm just sorting through them and getting them ready for tomorrow for a seed swap. You know, so we'll see who brings seeds and who does not. It's no big deal. Even if you don't bring any, you're going to go home with seeds, because my goal is to encourage and motivate people who don't garden to start gardening. And so what better way? Oh, praise the Lord, Susan. Susan had a bad blood blister type thing from a shoe, and she was able to heal it naturally. She has a video out on that. So if you have not watched it, you should go watch that. But yeah, so I'm going through my seeds, and hopefully, you know, somebody who's new, like I know a couple of people who may be new that don't know like nothing. They're starting with a blank slate. I want them to be successful by growing the easy seeds, which are cucumbers, tomatoes, squash, and even lettuce, I think, and radishes, that type of stuff. So I'm so glad, Susan. Yeah, don't worry. It's fine. I'm up here again. Like I said, I'm probably going to be doing lives almost every day to get where I need to go. You know, so as soon as I climb up, I get taken back down, if you know what I mean. So it's just where it is. That's okay. So they really are making it very difficult for me. to reach my next step. So it's what it is. I didn't think it was going to be this difficult to do. So what I did is I have a couple packages of cucumbers that I'm giving away. Yeah, that's all I can do. And then I'm separating the seeds and I'm putting, I don't know, 4 or 5 cucumber seeds. I mean, if you can do well with that and grow in your garden. So, and then they got cucumber pickling ones. And then I wanted to give some people these. These are called Straight 8. They're an heirloom seed. I don't know if I've ever grown these. I don't know, but I think I should have started this already, but I think what I'm going to do is leave maybe 1 or 2 seeds out and soak those and start them in containers. I still have 4 weeks left and it'll be perfect timing because these cucumbers normally germinate pretty fast. That's awesome, Jennifer. That's awesome. Did everybody have a good Easter? We did. We kept it simple. We had church service, as I said, and then, everybody, there was really none of our children were around. So we came home from church, changed our clothes, and I packed up a picnic lunch, and we went off to one of my it's our favorite battlefields, because there were some things I needed to show my husband, which then led into questions that he has, and he helps me understand. Oh, Susan, that's awesome. I'll be honest, I'm ready to get out there and plant more than what I have, but I know not to because it's not the right time, because we could still get a frost. But, I look and just like, I got to go plant potatoes. I have potatoes from last year. I have the Kennebec potatoes. How big is your garden, Susan? I'm curious to know, like, how big your garden is. So I'm gonna keep 2 of these seeds out, and we're gonna soak them tonight in a little bit of water and see if they can germinate a lot quicker. Whoa. Okay. Mine is now 20 by 20. I know that may sound small, but I think it's a good size for the 2 of us. And I have raised beds, and I think that you can grow more in raised beds. That's just my personal opinion. And yeah, maybe I'm wrong, but I think you can grow more in raised beds than, if you have it. So, and I saw some grow bags out there too. And there's part of me, there's like certain sections of my ground that is available, which I'm thinking of actually utilizing in certain spots to grow maybe melons or something that grows long on the vine. So yeah, so now we are going to do, anybody like lima beans around here? Yeah, I got all my raised beds I got off of Amazon, Susan, when they were on sale. Probably could use a little bit more. Does anybody eat lima beans? This is one bean that we don't eat, and if you do, I'd be happy to send it to you. What's unusual to you? Is that something that you would want, Susan? I got Kentucky pole beans. Do you want a pack of seeds, Susan? I'd be more than happy to send you some. Never opened, Susan. I'll put those aside for you, my friend. And then I have the golden wax bush bean. Morning seeds? I haven't heard of those. What are they? And you know what, Susan, too? You can save the seeds from these because these are heirloom seeds. I've never heard of it. So I'll send you that pack and then you'll be able to save seeds from it, my friend. So that's all I'm doing. Like I said, I made up cookie dough for tomorrow. Yep. And I need to go out and put the acid fire in my blueberries in my soil, the pH, to get the soil, the pH right. As I said, I tested it yesterday. And the soil was not where it needs to be for a blueberry bush to survive. So I had purchased a whole entire container of this pH and I can't find it in my house. And I had to go back out and purchase another one, which just whatever, right? Let's see. Do you grow corn? Oh, that's good. So I've never tried growing this corn, but I may try that this year. It's called Pearls and Gold. It's corn. And then this is a hybrid sweet corn that I got from Royer's Seeds. There's a seed shop up in Lancaster when I go up. So I've grown, let's just say I tested to see if it would grow and it did. And I just need a bigger space to grow corn in. You know what I mean? So let me know if you want any corn. This is called Pearls and Gold. Pretty corn. It's a white and a yellow sweet corn. It's good for fresh or frozen. So I mean, I don't know how many to give. You know, to me, it's about, so you figure what? An ear of corn. Let me see what this says. Plant seeds 3 per foot, 1.5 inches deep in the soil. The roots are shallow, so that's a good thing. So you can care when controlling weeds. That's a good thing, but it doesn't tell me like how many it would yield. So 5 again. Okay. So 5. We'll just put corn on here. And if somebody doesn't want it, that's fine too. But I think I'm gonna try some this year. Especially if it's a shallow growing corn, then that means I could pull out my root bags, grow bags, however you want to call it, and try and grow in there. I don't know. Or direct sow. but I think it would be good to try. And then there is now I've never done this. Hey, what's up, Bout Loop? This one is, what is it called? Golden Bantam Sweet. And this one says the roots are shallow on here too. And it recommends a 10-6-4 fertilizer for during the seedling stage. So that's good to know. But, so yeah. So, and then I think I'm going to do some of the Royer seed here. This is just a hybrid sweet. And I would as well soak all these before I plant them outside. So yeah, no problem. Thank you. Thanks for being here. Oops, that fell on the floor. So that's all I'm just sitting here doing. I'm going to bake chocolate chip cookies later. And the corn is falling all over the place on me. I know it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 8 seeds in here. You know, what's nice is if you can grow the corn and the corn produces maybe 2 ears or so a piece, that's 16 ears of corn that will feed you through the summertime. Or if you want to take a few of them off and freeze some of it. So, right? All right, that's good to know. Even if they were put in a card, Jennifer. And I think, you know what? I think I'm going to call it. Little House on the Farm. If you have a channel, you should film your organization Spring Clean that you're doing, because Susan over at the Hillbilly Chicken Ranch has an open collaboration, and it is about Spring Clean 25. So if you have a video, you can tag her in it and use the hashtag, and she'll put you on the playlist so people can watch you. If that's something that interests you, I encourage you to participate. It's a lot of fun. And if not, it's okay. So here I am. I think it's pretty good. These are all my seeds I'm taking tomorrow for the seed exchange. And I really don't expect to grab any seeds. I want the newer people to grab seeds. Unless it's something that has to be unique for me. Do you know what I mean? So I got all my seeds all situated. We'll get these all laid out. I'll package all this up tonight and have it in the car and be ready to go tomorrow. Not until it's later in the night, because I don't want them out in the heat. And we're going to meet from 10 a.m. until noon, give or take. I'm going to make those chocolate chip cookies to take, and then some seed exchange, get to know everybody and see where everybody's at in their journey in homesteading. Because no matter how long you've been doing it, we can still learn, right? So, you know, I don't think this is bad. No, not at all. All right. There we go. I got it all situated here. Now I have to scroll back up to find that one comment from Little House on the Farm about the sourdough books. But yeah, Well, hey, Batloop, I appreciate the thumbs up and just popping on as you did. I hope you have a good rest of your day at work. Thank you. I appreciate it. So let me see. So yeah, so I have. Let me go back up. I'm trying to find the comment of books that you were talking about. I think it's up here. Yep. I remember you telling me about that once before too, Jennifer, about the Dollar Tree seeds. So, Little House on the Farm, I can't find your comment on the sourdough bread recipe books. Would you be so kind to type that out again for me if you're still here? Oh, wait. I found it. Never mind. I found it. I'm going to go write those down right now. I'll have to check the next time I'm in one of my stores. Charlene Yorder, Adventures in Sourdough. Susan, do you make sourdough bread? And Elsie Hirschberger. Wait, I wrote that wrong. Let me see. So Elsie, so Adventures in Sourdough is by Elsie. And then the other one is Everything Sourdough by Charlene Yoder. Okay. It's so funny today because I was going to make the chocolate chip cookies, and I'm like, oh, let me just pull out one of the cookbooks that I get from Wanda Bernstetter. She has a collection of cookbooks that are usually from the Amish that she knows in and around Ohio, Indiana, and Pennsylvania. So I see. Gotcha. I forgot what I was saying. Oh, so I was making these cookies, and so I pulled out one of the cookbooks to get a recipe. I know, just they're chocolate chip cookies, but the one recipe called for 4 pounds of butter. I'm like, are you kidding me? Like, that was a lot of butter, don't you think? Thank you so much. I got it. So I do have my sourdough dehydrator. I dehydrated some of mine. But I think once I activate and get mine really going again, I'm gonna dehydrate more, and I'm gonna use the recipe that I know that works to rehydrate it. It's really easy, Jennifer. Well, that's what I was wondering, but it didn't seem. It was like 4 pounds of butter, 6 cups of sugar, so it has to be like a quadruple batch of. And I would have made it because I would have done is just separated the dough out and just like froze it. So in the balls or something like that, and just put them in and freeze it. And then that way, this was actual chocolate chip cookie dough. And I would have just, made the dough up and then baked X amount and then froze the rest in, like the balls, just scoop it out and freeze the rest. Then you have cookies in the freezer ready to bake off. Yeah. I hear my kitty cat. I know. So, yeah. So I'm going to do that. Let's see. Oh, I've been on here an hour. Good for me. Well, that's what I'm thinking. It was probably for an Amish, like for like a big gathering, like a church gathering or something like that. Because those recipes get handed down. But even I was like, well, I'll just cut it in half. That's what I was going to do. I was just going to cut it in half, which is easy enough to do. So, but when I'm done here on my live, I'm actually going to go in and start scooping. In this recipe, let me go get the recipe book and I'll show you. I thought why I'm in my kitchen, let me preheat the oven really quick. So when I finish my chat up, my oven will be ready. So the one that I use, this is called a soft chocolate chip cookie. And what I found interesting in this one, it called for 2 cups of sweet or sour milk. Now, it is not a sweet condensed milk. It just says 2 cups of sweet or sour milk. So I opted to do the sour milk because I wasn't sure what the sweet milk was. And is it referred to, because it would normally say sweet condensed milk. So I opted to do the sour. And I thought, oh my gosh, maybe I put too much vinegar in here. And I did not. So yes. So I did the sour milk with my apple cider vinegar. And that works out just great. But I mean, even the soft was just the soft. The dough was so soft. It wasn't like it's stiff. It was. Oh, thanks, Susan, for the tip. I did not know that. I will remember that. But since I don't have access to raw milk today, I opted to go with the sour milk. Although I can get raw milk. So I can. He actually lives around the corner from me and I can get raw milk from him. Yes, they do. That's correct. So yeah, that's really it. So, but their classic chocolate chip, here's the one. It said 4 cups of butter. But if this was a big, huge batch, wouldn't you put more than 1 cup of sugar in it? These must be, it calls for 1 cup of sugar to 3 cups of brown sugar, 8 eggs, vanilla. And it also calls for 4 instant boxes of vanilla pudding mix, 9 cups of flour, and then baking soda, baking powder, and chocolate chips. So I know that I can tell you I did not have 4 boxes of the pudding mix. I'm using what I have here at home. So the other one looks good. And it comes from her cookbook here, Wanda Bernsted's Amish Friends Gatherings cookbook. So because I'm on her review team, I get the cookbooks and I usually go through it and read it. And then I'll bake something out of this and do like a video or, like write on my blog about it. But I forgot that I had, Susan, you would appreciate it. I guess so, right? Right. There's one book that I have, Susan, that I really like a lot, and I know that you'd appreciate it. It's called Life Hacks, and it's all these different recipes for life hacks, cleaning, gardening. And that's the one thing I love about the cookbooks that she gets. They have like gardening tips and stuff in here that I have used, but I think it's a lot of fun. So, yeah. So, but luckily for me, I can just, ask my Amish friends when I'm with them, like, hey, what do you do for this? Or how do you do that? And they'll tell me, if I just have, yeah. Well, I'll tell you, there's the bookshelf here now, because I have other books that won't fit on that shelf. But for right now, this is a spot where I've put the cookbooks that I do use. And I'm okay. And all the recipes, like if I print it off or somewhere, I want to put them in my notebook under a plastic cover sheet. Plus, I have all grandma's recipes as well that I typed all up on index cards back in the day. I will ask my friends about the sweet melt. They gave me, I actually have a recipe from them and I haven't cooked. It's on my list to make a video on. And it is a flourless cookie they gave me a recipe for. So I want to be able to, I'm going to test that out and see what that's like. So yeah, so I have that, and that's pretty much it. So, my husband asked me if cookbooks sell. And I said, well, I know the people that I communicate with in my community here on YouTube, they love cookbooks. People love old vintage cookbooks or just old recipes in general. I have found that the older recipes are much better than the newer recipes. Personal opinion and from experience. I had a cookbook once from The Taste of Home, and I remember making, I don't know what dessert it was, and I thought it was so dry. I'm like, this doesn't even taste good. And I ended up getting rid of it because it was like worse. I wouldn't even serve that. It was so bad. So whenever I can go to older recipes from my grandmother, from the Boston Cooking School one, or the Amish cookbooks, I know a lot of those are cook recipes that have been handed down and that are probably pretty good. So to your question, my husband asked me about that, and I said yes, because I've always wanted to do a cookbook using grandma's recipes. And that's what inspired me so many years ago after she passed away. I wanted to start a business using her recipes, and that were family favorite recipes that was like the must-have that grandma made, right? So yes, I have thought about that. So, and now tomorrow I have a live again at 2:30 Eastern time. And tomorrow I'm going to share out something that I just created and came up with to help people. We're going to be talking about a little bit of, I do Instagram. Yes, ma'am. I am under Life in the Piedmont there. I know. I want to. We'll see how it goes. I wanted to do one too for like my daughter and my niece and all them. So, they have. Yeah, thanks. I know you can do one through my friend Lydia. She did a cookbook on her little business, and the Amish farm, the people that I know there, they host the Amish dinners and stuff. They sell a little cookbook too. And, it's really, it doesn't have to be a lot. I just need somebody to put it together for me. Hey, you too, Little House on the Farm. Yeah, go find me over there. I post probably not as regularly as I should too, but I try to post almost every day. But I mean, I keep up with 1, 2, 3. I have 5 different social media, either a group or a page that I'm responsible for that I try to post on. So, and it takes a lot. And so sometimes I just need a break away from it too. So thanks for coming, and thanks for the name of the books. I really appreciate it. So yeah, I think I'm going to probably hit the road. So let me show you one last one. Hold on. No, no. And of course, because I'm standing here and I want to find it, I'm not going to find it. You know what I mean? I have so many. Oh, there it is. I just found it. Susan, if you're still there. So this is the book. It's by Wanda Bernstetter. It's called Life Hacks. And it just goes up with, well, I know you did a collaboration on the life hacks, but it just bear with me really quick. I want to show you. So the first part of the book is about cooking and tips in the kitchen and advice, which I think is really cool. And then tips for picnics, but I think, Susan, I think the one that you would really like a lot is like, there's a whole page of sewing hacks on here, sewing tips. That's just one. And then there is window screens, wallpaper remover, hanging curtains, salvaging old sheets, rag bags, drop clothes. And then I think there's cleaning in here too. But so here's one. So this is like, summertime is coming. So you have, what's that? Reflection, June bugs, cabbage saver, aphid remedies, cucumber beetles, buggy beans, potato bug spray. So, oh, don't worry about it. So yeah, so that's all about gardening. And then Susan, I know you have the Be Your Own Doctor book too, like I do, but there's recipes in here for like cold, cough, homemade remedies, that type of stuff as well. Respiratory aids and that type of stuff. So bleeding and cuts, itchy ears. So it's a really, and I need to utilize this more. I don't need to buy any more books. I just need to utilize this more. Yeah, I think it's a book. This is a Susan book. I do know that, Susan. That I know for sure. And in here, it's also canning and preserving in here too, Susan. And then homemade cleaners, citrus, which we know how to do, right? So yeah, I think it's just everything, Susan. I think when I open this up, I just think about Susan. Okay, good idea. Thank you for that inspiration and encouragement. I appreciate it. I really do. So I think I'm going to go ahead and go. My oven's going to be preheated. I want to get the cookies going. So they're done, and then I'll have to taste test one. So anyhow, on that note, thanks for stopping in, Susan, Jennifer, Little House on the Farm, and everybody else that popped in. If I might be forgetting somebody. We were going to talk about Earth Day today, but that didn't happen. We talked about seeds and recipe books. So, oh, awesome. Thanks, Susan. I appreciate it. I really do. So on that note, we are going to go. Susan, I will get your seeds out to you in the next week or so. I like to try and get everything mailed at one time so I don't have to make multiple trips to the post office. So, and until then, be blessed. I'll see you tomorrow. And I'm going to show you what I created. Just a simple document to help you with meals and stuff. So until tomorrow afternoon, have a blessed evening, everybody. Bye.